The Duke of Bewcastle, Anne reflected, was reputed to be one of the coldest and most top-lofty aristocrats in the country. All the Bedouins had a reputation for being impossibly high in the instep. She was the daughter of a gentleman of very little social significance beyond the neighbourhood in which he lived. She was also a teacher, an ex-governess, all of which paled beside the fact that she was also the unmarried mother of an illegitimate son. How could she possibly? "We will not take no for an answer," Lady Hormere said imperiously, looking at Anne along the length of her rather prominent nose. "And so you might as well resign yourself to returning to your school after tea, to begin packing your bags." The house in Wales was a large one, the Marchioness had said. There were many Bedouins, and they were all now married with children. It would surely be easy enough then to remain aloof from them. She could spend most of her time making herself useful with the children, and in the meantime David would have the freedom of a country house and estate close to the sea, and, more important, he would have other children to play with, some of them boys of his own age. He would have Joshua, whom he adored, as an adult male role model. She could not possibly deny him all that, but equally she could not possibly let him go alone. "Very well," she said. "We will come, thank you." "Splendid," Joshua said, beaming at her and rubbing his hands together. As Anne walked back to the school a short while later, though, she was not at all sure she agreed. But it was too late to change her mind now. Joshua had already told David and Daniel, while Anne was acquainting herself with his young daughter in the nursery, and her son was now skipping along at her side like a much younger child, and prattling in a loud, excited voice that drew more than one glance from passers-by. "And we are to go boating and swimming and rock climbing," he was saying. "And we will build sand forts and play cricket and climb trees and play pirates. Davy is going to be there. Do you remember him, Mamma, from years ago before we came to Bath? And there's to be a boy called Alexander and some girls. I remember Becky, do you? And the little ones will need someone to play with them, and I will enjoy doing that. I like Daniel. He follows me around as if I were a great hero. Is he really my cousin?" "No," Anne said quickly. "But to him you are a hero, David. You are a big boy. You are all of 9 years old." "It is all going to be such fun," he said, as they turned the corner from Sutton Street onto Daniel Street and knocked at the school doors. "Let me tell Mamma." And he proceeded to do just that to the elderly porter, who exclaimed in amazement in all the right places. "Yes," Anne said, meeting his eyes over her son's head. "We are going to Wales for the summer, Mr. Keble." David was already on his way upstairs to tell Matron the glad tidings.